Hello everyone, my name is Song Tao Zhang. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Colorado Chinese Medicine University in the United States. Since 2022, with the flourishing development of artificial intelligence, a revolution has been sparked in various industries, such as translation, video production, and scientific research. The capability of AI are evident to all, and many have already reached or surpassed human abilities. AI's entry into the field of healthcare is also a hot topic of research. Today, I want to share my thoughts as the leader of Chinese Medicine University. In fact, of AI, how should we carry out our Chinese medicine education? How is the working environment for our practitioners affected? Also, as practitioners, what should we do to excel compared to AI and break through in the face of AI challenge? History has taught us that many innovations emerge through cross-disciplinary endeavors. For instance, Apple transitioned from making computers to producing smartphones, defeating traditional phone manufacturers. Tesla entered the electrical vehicle market, surpassing traditional fuel-based cars. Medical reform is also likely to originate from a field outside of healthcare. Large companies like Google and IBM have already ventured into the medical industry, indicating an imminent technology revolution in the healthcare sector. Today, let's take proactive measures and discuss how, in the rapidly evolving landscape of AI, we can avoid being replaced by AI in the next 5 years. First, let me provide a brief overview of the applications of AI in the medical field. Absolutely. Whether it's traditional Chinese medicine or Western medicine, diagnosis is the most important aspect of all medical practices. A clear diagnosis lays the foundation for a more precise and effective treatment plan. Therefore, AI's initial involvement in healthcare primarily focuses on medical diagnosis. Medical diagnostics is the process of evaluating medical conditions or diseases by analyzing symptoms, medical history, and test results. This can involve various diagnostic tests, such as imaging tests, blood tests, and biopsy procedures. The results of these tests help healthcare providers determine the best course of treatment for their patients, and also be used to monitor the progress of a condition, assess the effectiveness of treatment, and detect potential health problems before they become serious. With the recent AI revolution, medical diagnostics could be improved by improving the prediction accuracy, speed, and the efficiency of the diagnostics process. AI can analyze medical images and assist healthcare providers in identifying and diagnosing diseases more accurately and quickly. AI can analyze large amounts of patient data, including medical imaging, biosignals, vital signals, and so on. Here is a list of current medical diagnosis software, such as IBM, ADA, PAS, OpenAI, and Google companies. Earlier, we mainly discussed the applications of AI in the field of medicine. Now, let's take a look at the applications of AI in the field of traditional Chinese medicine. In China, most hospitals have already started incorporating AI into the field of Chinese medicine. AI can utilize image recognition technology for tongue diagnosis, and it can also employ sensors for pulse diagnosis. This image is from a popular video in China, where AI and an experienced TCM practitioner with 32 years of experience simultaneously diagnoses a patient. The remarkable result is that both AI and the TCM practitioner diagnoses the patient with spleen and lung qi deficiency. Furthermore, they prescribed herb formulas. Both them have the same chief herbs and deputy herbs, even with the same dosage. It can be said that There is a fundamental similarity between the AI and the experienced practitioner in terms of diagnosis and treatment. Next, let's analyze the characteristics of AI learning and then, in conjunction with the specifics of traditional Chinese medicine, examine which aspects are suitable for AI learning and which ones maybe pose certain challenge for AI. First, let's understand which discipline AI belongs to in the field of science and its connection with other disciplines. The term science originates from Latin. Originally means knowledge. It's an organized system of knowledge built on testable explanation and prediction of objective phenomena and the formal organization of such. Modern science has its root in philosophy and is generally divided into two main categories: empirical science and formal science. Empirical science. This is based on experience and observation, studying phenomena and facts that can be tested through sensory observation and experimentation. Empirical science relies on observation, experimentation, and data collection to infer patterns, propose hypotheses, and construct theories. Technical fields of empirical science include natural science such as physics, chemistry, biology, and Western medicine, as well as social science like psychology and economics, and so on. These sciences validate and refine theories through experiments and observations, often utilizing experimental data to verify hypotheses. Formal science is based on logical reasoning and mathematical symbol systems, focused on abstract concepts and symbol systems rather than directly observable phenomena in the real world. Formal science include fields such as mathematics, logical, computer science, and information theory. These sciences depend on logic, proof, and symbol systems to explore relationship between concepts. Artificial intelligence falls under the category of formal science. In model scientific research, empirical science often employs formal science as a tool. For example, physics extensively uses mathematics, and also computers are widely spread used in various industries. Currently, AI learning can be categorized into learning from big data or learning from rules. Learning from big data is akin to empirical science, as seen in current applications like YouTube recommendation system. The results of such learning can be considered reasonable intelligent, but not entirely precise. Or in other words, they have reached a certain level of intelligence, but are still below the current highest human level. Another type of learning is rule-based learning, resembling the domain of formal science. A notable example is Google's AlphaGo, which in the realm of Go surpasses human capabilities by a significant margin. Currently, AI intervention in traditional Chinese medicine is primarily based on learning from big data. AI learning is either based on the study of clinical cases or on the study of textual information in books. Both fall within the domain of empirical science. In this field, AI has reached a certain level of intelligence, but it has not yet attained the highest human level. This type of learning is constrained by the accuracy of the learning data and the precision of input data. For example, when learning from clinical cases, the accuracy and optimality of each case are not guaranteed. There is no perfect standard for determining whether a case is entirely accurate or represents the optimal solution. Similarly, when patients input their symptoms, whether they are accurately input symptoms is also a challenge. Therefore, under current learning conditions, AI may not have reached the highest human level. However, it's essential to question our own capabilities. Are we currently at the highest human level? If we consider ourselves only at an intermediate level, is there a possibility of being surpassed by the AI? Our school began pondering this question a few years ago and sought answers within the millenary-old history of traditional Chinese medicine. Fortunately, we believe we had found an answer. This answer lies in the inherent characteristics of TCM. TCM possesses attributes of both formal sense and empirical sense. Current AI learning predominantly focuses on the empirical sense aspect. However, by simultaneously incorporating elements from both empirical and formal sense, we can enter into a higher dimension, surpassing the AI currently learning at the empirical sense level. So, what are the formal sense attributes of TCM? Through our study of classic TCM works, we found that answer is in the Huangdi Neijing. It's also called the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon. The Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon provides the ultimate rule in traditional Chinese medicine, which is to regulate depletion or repletion of the patient's qi. In case of repletion, sedate it. In case of depletion, tonify it. Regardless which disease is concerned, the treatment is continued until a balance is reached. In the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon, it's not only discussed the aspect of qi, but also diverges into the level of symptoms. However, this ultimate rule transcends the level of symptoms, establishing itself on the plane of qi. This simplifies TCM from a complex system of symptoms to the qi, which is very straightforward and direct. Based on the aforementioned findings, our school has now established two educational systems. One system is symptom-based, primarily taught in our master and entry-level doctor program. The other system is qi-based and is taught in our advanced doctor program, which is the DLM program. Both systems encompass several key components, including basic theory, anatomical structures, diagnostic, treatment, prevention, and research. Here, I will provide a brief overview of the qi-based system. We assert that qi is the foundation for the formation and developmental change of all things in the universe. Qi is categorized into yin-yang and the 5 elements, or 3 yin and 3 yang. Its core in sense corresponds to the position in the universe, establishing a one-to-one relationship with time. We use the heavenly stems and the earthly branches to represent a unified expression of time and direction. Therefore, traditional Chinese medicine is considered a typical space-time medical system. Based on different locations, qi exhibits different attributes and directions of movement. For example, in the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon, is stated, Earth's qi rises to become cloud, heaven's qi descends to become rain. This describes the movement process of the qi ascending from the earth and descending from the heavens. The Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon also mentions the transformation and the change are related to the qi's movement and the properties. As individuals within the universe, we naturally follow the law of the cosmos. Thus, the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canyon states, humans are born from the qi of heaven and earth. Their lives follow the law of the 4 seasons. It emphasizes that human life is connected with the qi of heaven and earth. The crucial mode of thinking in studying Chinese medicine is imaginary thinking or pattern thinking, which includes celestial phenomena, atmospheric conditions, and natural phenomena. Celestial phenomena involves the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. Atmospheric conditions encompass temperature, humidity, wind, rain, and other weather patterns. Natural phenomena involves various expressions of animals and plants in the natural world, such as germination, flowering, and fruiting. Since we cannot directly observe the movement of qi within the body, we rely on observing external phenomena to understand the circulation of qi within our body. Images have an incredible intuitive capacity to convey information compared to text. They are easy to understand and process. Therefore, in our courses, we utilize a significant amount of imagery and models to facilitate learning. Through observing celestial phenomena, we have defined time and space, and consequently, the yin-yang and 5 elements attributes of qi. For example, in the fundamentals of traditional Chinese medicine, we learned the saying: the east generates wind, wind generates wood, wood generates sour, sour generates the liver. If we try to understand this using a modern scientific perspective, it may feel confusing. However, if explained through the TCM conceptual framework based on qi and imaginary, it becomes clear. The east represents a spatial location, and in this context, the east gives rise to the wind, where wind is the celestial qi transformation of Jueyin. Following this, wind generates wood, and the wood is the representation of the early 5 elements. 1. Wood generates sour, and sour corresponds to the 5 flavors generated by the earth. Finally, sour generates the liver, which corresponds to our internal organs. This forms a complete, special, cosmic, early human chain, establishing a system of 5 elements classification. All things in the world are categorized into wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So yin-yang and 5 elements are the TCM foundation in the formal sense field. Humans exist between heaven and earth, being the product of interaction and transformation of heavenly and earthly qi. In the statement, heaven generates water first, earth generates fire second, heaven generates wood third, earth generates metal fourth, heaven generates earth fifth. This is manifested in the human body. The heart and the lungs are generated by the qi of the earth. Due to the property of earth's qi rising the heaven, the heart and the lungs are located above the diaphragm and belong to the yang. The liver, kidney, and spleen are generated by heavenly qi. Because heavenly qi descends, qi flows to the earth. The liver, kidneys, and spleen belong to the yin and are located below the diaphragm. However, while the heart and the lungs are positioned above, with their qi descending, and the liver, kidneys, and the spleen are positioned below, with their qi ascending. It aligns with the natural law we discussed earlier. Earthly qi rises as cloud, heavenly qi descends as rain. Rain comes from earthly qi, cloud comes from heavenly qi. The movement of qi in the human body's 5 organs corresponds entirely to the way the qi operate in the heaven and the earth. This image depicts the familiar sequence of the Chinese meridian flow, commonly known as the 子午流注. If we start from the 子 time, which is the middle night, it corresponds to the gallbladder meridians, as the 子 time is associated with the water or the northern direction. On the other hand, if we start from the south or the Wu position, which is the Nu time, the heart meridians became the starting point, following the clockwise order of heart, small intestine, bladder, and kidney. It starts from the keen fire, then follows with ministers. At the sequence, heaven generates water first, earth generates fire second. If we start from the yin time, it corresponds to the sequence of the lung, large intestine, stomach, and spleen meridians, as listed in our textbooks. So, when Huangdi says, know its essentials, express it in a single word, it indicates that despite different starting points or sequence, they can all be summarized into one comprehensive system. Earlier, we discussed the movement of qi in the human body, which is entirely unified with the movement of qi in heaven and earth. Next, let's talk about the anatomical structure of qi in human body. On the level of qi, it involves not only anatomic structure in terms of form, but also functional anatomical structures and the circulation of qi. This is a crucial aspect of understanding traditional Chinese medicine. Now let's talk about the yin-yang of the body. Everyone knows this state, yang qi, as the heaven and the sun. Many people modify this statement to yang qi as the heaven or sun, but I believe this modification is inaccurate. We should apply imaginary thinking, where the concept of heaven and the sun represent different attributes. Starting with heaven is associated with the earth. In ancient China, the relationship between heaven and the earth was thought to have two forms. First one, heaven is above and the earth is below, and the second one, heaven envelopes the earth like an eggshell, with the earth being the yolk. This relationship is a static one. Applying this thinking to the human body, we can say that yang is external, yin is internal, or yang is above, yin is below, or the back is yang and the abdomen is yin. The sun represents a dynamic form, and its counterpart is the moon. In the human body, this corresponds to yang qi and yin qi, or God qi and Kamp qi. Therefore, we say that God qi moves with the sun's motion. When the sun rises during the day, God qi emerges to the surface. When the sun sets in the evening, God qi enters the organs. This diagram represents a schematic illustration of the overall circulation of qi in the human body. This diagram illustrates the functional structure of the 8 extraordinary meridians. The Chong vessel is in the center, with the conception vessel, governing vessel, yin qiao and yang qiao meridians positioned respectively at the front, back, left, and right. Additionally, the yang wei meridian is above, the yin wei meridian is below, and the bat vessel connects through the middle. Together, they form a 3-dimensional sphere structure. This diagram illustrates how the Kamp qi and the God qi circulate within the meridians. On the diagnostic level, it's not to say that qi-based diagnosis disregards symptoms. Qi-based diagnosis primarily includes complexion, pulse, and symptoms. All 3 are external manifestations of qi, but complexions and pulse are considered more direct and immediate. Hence, in the Yellow Emperor's inner canon, it's stated, complexion and pulse are what the gods value, and what the ancient masters transmitted. This emphasizes the significance of complexion and pulse in guiding diagnosis, acknowledged by both divine principles and esteemed medical predecessors. In clinical practice, there are many instances where the pulse and the symptoms don't align, and sometimes the patient's complaints themselves pose challenges. For example, a patient may come in reporting anxiety, but upon pulse diagnosis, the practitioner says this is not anxiety, but fear. After careful consideration, the patient agrees, realizing they had mistaken fear for anxiety. Similar, another patient complaining of stomach pain, but be told after pulse diagnosis that the stomach is fine, there is an issue with the heart. In cases like this, if AI relies solely on patient's input, it may lead to a biased overall diagnosis. Based on the diagnosis, we determine whether there is an excess or deficiency of Qi. Then, various methods can be employed to regulate Qi, aiming for balance through tonifying deficiency and sedating excess. In acupuncture, utilizing the anatomical knowledge mentioned earlier, we can directly manipulate the meridians following the principles of supplementing and draining according to the sequence. In herbal medicine, emphasis is placed on the flavor of the herbs, considering the full Qi, 5 flavors, warmth or coolness, ascent or descent, and their functions. Moxa, food, music, color, and so on can also be employed to regulate Qi. Also for babies, regulating the mother's Qi can also be considered to achieve therapeutic goal. Traditional Chinese medicine emphasizes disease prevention. We integrate the principles of 5 Yun and 6 Qi, along with the pulse diagnosis, to achieve the concept of treating before the onset of illness. This diagram represents the traditional attributes of Qi in the theory of 5 Yun and 6 Qi. So, if we go back and ask, can AI learn the ultimate rules of traditional Chinese medicine based on Qi that we just discussed? My answer is, at least for now, it cannot fully. In theory part, the theory of yin-yang and 5 elements and the imaginary thinking methods are totally different than the modern science. In practice, the pulse diagnosis is still difficulty for current AI. We can view the symptom system and the Qi system as external manifestation and internal mechanisms. For external manifestation, AI can easily learn, but regarding the internal mechanisms, AI currently faces challenge in learning. Finally, let me summarize the comparison of AI and practitioner. In general, AI provides the standard service, but our practitioner can go to a higher level to provide an individual better service. In the Qi system, a therapeutic process involves 3 steps: pre-treatment diagnosis, the treatment process, and the post-treatment check. Regardless of the treatment method used, we require that after treatment, the patient's pulse should reach a balanced state. If it remains unbalanced, it indicates an issue with our treatment, and we need to revise the treatment plan. This aligns with the treatment philosophy in the Ling Shu. Needle it, and if the Qi doesn't arrive, it doesn't matter how many times you needle it. Needle it, and when the Qi arrives, then withdraw the needle. Don't needle it again. Taking acupuncture as an example, this implies that if the Qi arrives, meaning the pulse is balanced, there is no need to continue reneedling. If the qi doesn't arrive, indicating an imbalanced pulse, we should continue regulating the qi until it reaches a state of balance. Our school operates 2 clinics based on the symptom or based on qi. Normally, the difference may not be apparent, but during the COVID-19 period, distinctions become evident. In the qi system clinic, patients provide feedback indicating a tangible sense of qi circulating within the body. The sensation from acupuncture could last a very long of time. Simultaneously, symptoms in the body exhibit a trend of reverse development, with many previous symptoms resurfacing. Patients reported a gradual return to their original health level. Based on the condition of patients in our school and the characteristics of AI, we believe that AI excels in its strong learning ability, standardizations, and relying on symptom systems, allowing it to reach the level of an average or even higher level traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. This poses a significant challenge to existing practitioners. However, if we simultaneously learn both the symptom system and the qi system, we can provide more refined service, ultimately achieving better diagnosis and therapeutic results compared to AI. Finally, let me introduce our school. Our school is accredited by ACHM. We confer 2 master degrees, 2 entry-level doctorate degrees, and 1 advanced doctorate degree. In our master and entry-level doctorate degree, we teach the symptom system, while the DLM program focuses on the qi system. Thank you for everyone. Please contact me if you have any concerns or questions. Let's join hands and work together for the development of traditional Chinese medicine.